So with this internet shit. Scrapple TV.
Like most scavengers, I pick it up as I go along. And when I'm down in the dumps, I'm the most happy because I love the trash. And I love making little whimsical art pieces out of the trash. And some of those pieces of trash are now in the museum here. Hi everybody, I'm Michael Baldwin, also known as the Legendary WID, and we're here at the American Visionary Arts Museum, where visionary means you didn't go to school. Tonight I am going to take us inside and see some of the stuff that makes us smile, and some of it is actually my stuff that I've been collecting for all my life. I was an honor student. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. I didn't do it, Your Honor. No, but right now, if we can go inside and check out what is happening at the American Visionary Museum right here in Baltimore, Maryland.
We've worked for the past 30 days, probably for close to 14 hours a day, and we brought in 89 different artists and have been really successful in translating everyday things that you don't even think about into things that make you totally smile.
We used to think vainly and falsely that only human beings laugh, but the fact is that all the great apes laugh, except for enviably, they have retained their ability to tickle themselves. We have to have somebody else in our lives to tickle us, because our brain will subtract out our own tickle touch. So you tickled me from the moment I met you.
I'll have to give you a test tickle first.
No.
And here we are in the front foyer of the American Visionary Museum down here in Baltimore. And on display for things that what makes us smile, I bought in a collection of 50 or so lunch boxes that are right here. There's security coming for us right now. That's the story of my life. I mean, you know, I've snuck into many a venue and I'm just used to hearing that sort of noise behind me. So lunch boxes are they're a throwaway item. Once a kid gets sick of them, he throws them away, and a fellow like myself will come along and pick them up, and that's all through the 60s and 70s I've been picking them up. There's all sorts of lunch boxes and things like that that reflect our throwaway pop culture, and I'm one of the ones who picked it up after it being thrown away. They gave me shadow boxes to actually contain myself, contain my little madness of collecting everything that's small and shiny. And right here is a representation of sort of the launching, the first moon launch or whatever you want to call it. And they found out it wasn't made out of green cheese. And but this is kind of cheesy itself. They're big switches and, you know, and complicated things that are actually just made out of plastic and decals. And they're wondering how to get that rocket up to the moon. It's all magic to me. I have no idea how they got that, but I try to fit what goes into that motif in that size. And that's, I wish I had motif, but I don't, but that doesn't hurt my feelings. I have all sorts of doll heads and puppet heads, and I have a cardboard TV box right over here from the Barbies. Remember Barbies, guys? Okay, Barbie is alive and well. Just sort of a fascinating sort of look at how many people can be actually smiling at once. I have one of people who weren't smiling, and its centerpiece, of course, is the mask of tragedy that is right there. A Betsy Wetsy doll with tears, actual tears coming out of her eyes. Of course, King Tut, the mummy, not smiling. All down to Thomas Alva Edison. The entire cast of Mount Rushmore is not smiling, okay? Brilliant stretch, but somebody had to do it. Behind me, you can see the entire WID Air Force, okay? That has been taken out of mothballs of my storage space in beautiful Pennsauken, New Jersey, and revitalized, cleaned up, and brushed up, and given new wings. This is our head, sort of our our opening piece here, and they're flying in a loose formation. This is made out of various Star Wars and Mars Attacks and Rocket Man, and those feathers are actually from South America. They might have been illegally snuck into this country, and they are part of this museum piece right now. If anybody knows about that, you know, I'm sorry, but I found them before the statute of limitations are up. Board games are a staple of trash. Everybody threw them out when I was, as I was growing up, because the fad or the television show or what they represented became passé, and so they went the way of all trash, and that is why I have been able to accumulate so many and so many different ones. My favorite is like a Branded game. Remember Branded? I mean, Branded was on for a year, okay? Branded with Chuck Connors, famous baseball player. There's a Alfred Hitchcock Presents game, Why, okay? Where you had to accumulate all cards and make the caricature of Alfred Hitchcock out of your cards, and then you were the winner.
Your work, the fruit of 5.5 decades of dumpster diving, junk picking, as you like to call it,
yes,
is the thing that crowns human beings as they come in, people of all ages, kids of all ages.
The juxtaposition that you created in this hanging exhibit that we see here in the hallway is just wonderful. It makes you smile as soon as you walk in the building, and that's what we were all about this time.
And a lot of times when I leave the building, a lot of people smile too. So it is sort of a different, it's a different thing for me.